Take a slow, deep breath and allow your mind to completely unwind as we step behind the iron curtain of the world's most aggressive land accumulation strategy. When evaluating the business empires of the global elite, we often look at stock portfolios, venture capital funds, and public assets. But the true map of a billionaire's psychology is written in the permanent soil they acquire. Tonight, we're launching an exhaustive architectural and financial audit of Jeff Bezos' $500 million real estate empire. Our audit begins where the empire itself was born, the ultra-wealthy, rain-slicked enclave of Medina, Washington, just outside of Seattle. Here, hidden entirely behind massive walls of native Douglas fir trees and high-security ironwork, lies a sprawling, multi-acre lakefront compound valued at over $60 million. The air here is cool, crisp, and heavy with the scent of damp earth, fresh cedar, and the clean breath of Lake Washington. Look closely at the layout of this Pacific Northwest sanctuary. The compound spans over 5 beautifully manicured acres, featuring a 20,000 square foot primary residence alongside an elegant 10,000 square foot secondary guest house. The architecture is a flawless fusion of timeless craftsman style and high-end industrial modernism, utilizing massive beams of reclaimed local timber, hand-cut fieldstone, and soaring walls of structural glass. The ambient sound of the lake rolling gently against the private shore creates a slow, hypnotic cadence. Lap, ripple, pause. Lap, ripple, pause. It is a steady, reassuring rhythm that instantly grounds the space in absolute tranquility. In this initial phase of our property audit, notice the absolute lack of visual friction. Every gate, every security camera, and every automated lighting grid is integrated flawlessly into the landscape, establishing a fortress of total privacy where the architect of global e-commerce can unplug entirely from the digital world. We descend deeper into the structural data of the Medina compound, revealing a massive multi-million-dollar subterranean engineering project completed during a major renovation cycle. Buried deep beneath the pristine lawns sits an expansive, climate-controlled underground automotive gallery capable of securely housing a private collection of rare vehicles. Adjacent to this gallery lies a highly advanced professional-grade wellness center featuring a private indoor lap pool lined with dark slate tiles and a meditation room paneled in sound-absorbing Japanese cedar. The air down here is perfectly filtered, pure, and carries a faint, relaxing aroma of sandalwood and clean rain. There are no distracting noises, no screens flashing, and no interruptions. As the evening twilight turns the waters of Lake Washington into a deep, dark indigo mirror, the estate settles into a profound state of immobility, reminding us that true wealth is ultimately measured by the ability to control and quiet your immediate environment. We move our property audit across the continent, shifting from the natural, tree-lined coast of the West toward the monumental stone corridors of power in Washington, D.C. In the historic and highly exclusive neighborhood of Kalorama, Bezos executed a brilliant real estate play, purchasing the legendary former textile museum for $23 million in cash. This structure is a masterpiece of classical American architecture, originally designed in 1912 by John Russell Pope, the visionary architect behind the Jefferson Memorial. Imagine walking down a quiet, brick-paved street at midnight. The air is soft, holding the historic scent of ancient brickwork, polished marble, and blooming white magnolias. Before you stands a towering red brick Georgian mansion, its symmetrical white columns and grand arched windows illuminated by the soft, stately glow of street lamps. Step inside the grand foyer through massive double-height mahogany doors. Our audit reveals that Bezos spent an additional $12 million renovating this historic property, transforming it into the largest private residence in the entire nation's capital, spanning nearly 27,000 square feet. The interior design honors the past while integrating absolute modern comfort. The floors are a stunning chevron pattern of historic French oak, worn smooth by generations of history and polished to a rich, warm satin sheen. The soaring ceilings feature intricate, hand-restored plaster moldings finished with subtle accents of genuine gold leaf that softly catch the light of grand crystal chandeliers. Every room is an island of absolute architectural dignity, completely insulated from the heavy, fast-paced political energy of the capital city outside. Walk out through the rear terrace into the sprawling, formal brick-walled gardens. This outdoor sanctuary is structured around the timeless principles of classical European landscape design, featuring neat gravel pathways, low boxwood hedges, and a grand limestone fountain that cascades water down multiple tiers into a perfectly still basin. The slow, rhythmic splash of the fountain acts as a complete block against any city noise, wrapping the garden in a deep, historical peace. This estate represents more than just a home. It is a permanent anchor in the history of the nation, built with a level of craftsmanship and architectural gravity that lasts for centuries. Sit for a moment on the hand-carved stone bench, listen to the gentle movement of the fountain, and allow your mind to absorb the timeless stability of this historic palace. Our real estate audit takes a tropical turn, journeying south to the warm, sun-drenched waters of Miami, Florida. We're floating over Biscayne Bay, heading toward an ultra-exclusive private barrier island known globally as Indian Creek or the Billionaire Bunker. This island is an absolute fortress of privacy, protected by its own highly trained private police force and a continuous marine patrol that monitors the surrounding turquoise waters 24 hours a day. Here, Bezos has systematically acquired 3 massive adjacent waterfront estates, dropping over $230 million to control a dominant multi-acre footprint on the island. The evening air here is thick, warm, and deeply perfumed with the rich, salty spray of the Atlantic Ocean and wild night-blooming jasmine. Imagine walking across the vast coral stone pool deck of his newest Indian Creek mansion just as the sun dips below the Florida horizon, painting the sky in deep bands of lavender, rose, and amber gold. The architecture of these estates leans heavily into the clean, open-air luxury of Mediterranean revival and modern tropical design. Massive, frameless sheets of impact-resistant glass open entirely into the walls, completely erasing the line between the luxurious salons and the pristine tropical world outside. You hear the slow, rhythmic lap of the incoming tide against the private white limestone seawall. Each wave is a slow, steady heartbeat that effortlessly clears away the mental noise of the day and replaces it with the profound, hypnotic calm of the ocean. We conclude our comprehensive property audit by crossing the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, arriving at the isolated, breathtaking southern coast of Maui, Hawaii. Here, surrounded by fields of dark, ancient volcanic rock and towering palm trees, lies Bezos's secret $78 million Hawaiian oasis on La Perouse Bay. This estate is completely off the grid, designed around the principles of absolute eco-sanctuary and total detachment from civilization. Sitting on a deep teakwood observation deck at midnight, you watch the brilliant field of the Milky Way galaxy stretch across a completely dark, unpolluted sky. The journey across his $500 million empire has now been completed. Every fortress has been audited, every sanctuary explored, and the world is entirely safe and secure. Let your breathing slow down, matching the eternal, slow rhythm of the Hawaiian surf breaking against the volcanic stone outside, and drift away into a deep, beautiful sleep.